Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Illinois Script. I am your podcast host today. My name is Olivia Moffett, aka A Girl About Champaign-Urbana, where I show people around town where to eat. Today we have our very special guest, Barry Wallace. She celebrated a birthday yesterday, so happy belated birthday. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
She is a women's basketball player here at the University of Illinois, and she is from Pickerington, Ohio. She's a forward. She's also a junior here at the University of Illinois. And last year, she was a unanimous first-team All-Big Ten last season. We're excited to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Hey, Illini fans. This is Barry Wallace of the women's basketball team. Health is a precious thing, and when it comes to deciding who to trust with yours, you can count on Carl. Illini fans know a starting lineup makes all the difference. And when it comes to your health, Carl Health puts the right team on the court for you.
So go ahead and describe yourself for us in 3 words. Give the viewers a little bit of an idea of your personality.
Yeah, I would say adventurous, kind, and fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. And now we're going to talk about your phone background, give people an idea of what you spend time doing on your phone when you're not in practice, you're not in class. If we were to look at a layout of your screen time, what would be your most heavily used apps?
Yeah, my most used app is usually messages.
Okay.
Just like talking to people and
coordinating the group chat,
whatever
with
else
the team.
I'm doing. Yeah, and then usually Instagram and then Snapchat.
Great. I can't say I use Snapchat anymore, but I am heavily on Reels. Instagram would probably be my top used, but I would say messages would probably honestly be 3rd or 4th because I'm just I don't communicate with that many team members.
Yeah.
So what's something that you really enjoy now that you didn't in high school? Tell us a little bit about that.
Ooh, probably just like different types of food that I had never tried. I feel like being in Champaign, I've tried a lot of like
great selection
foods,
of different kinds of cuisines here on campus.
Yeah, I love like ramen, Vietnamese food, sushi, like just different like seafoods. I've tried so much stuff since I've been here, and
everybody's got their own very niche like personal favorites too. So sometimes people get their own and then you get your time to shine. But yeah, that's the great thing about our campus is there's definitely something for everyone.
Yeah.
We're going to dive into your background. I know you have a huge family. You have also some siblings that have played in the Big Ten, which is super sick. Tell me a little bit about that and what it was like growing up in a huge family.
It was awesome. Honestly, I loved it. I loved having a lot of siblings. There was always something to do around the house. And like when we get back together now, it's so fun just to like play different games. We're always like playing cards or games around the house. We're all super competitive. So
I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's awesome. It's fun. And I feel like I can connect with each one of my siblings in a different way, which is awesome. And then I like take something from all of them.
Yeah. I was watching a feature about your story and your background. And it was one of the things that was really cool is I believe one of your siblings plays for Northwestern.
Yes.
And being able to have him come, and it was like he had just played a game against Illinois the day before and was showing up in an Illinois in merch. And I think that's so cool that you can be able to do that just because you guys support each other and there's no beef with the schools because you're like, I gotta go support my sis.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then I went to a bunch of his games too, like Northwestern football games when we were like in off season, which was awesome. Just like being so close, I could
one
just
of the great things about Illinois is, I mean, if you're right here in the middle of it, it's like it's a 2 or 3, 4 hour drive to so many places, so it makes it easy. And tell me about like the patterns with your names. Your sisters all start with the letter B. And then where the name Barry came from, your grandfather. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, me and all my sisters, and then my mom's name actually starts with a B. So then she named all of us girls with a B.
I love that.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really fun. And then we all have the same middle name too that we got from my mom. And then my name Barry, she was just coming up with B names and she loves like unique names. She wanted them all to be like different stuff that like no one else had, which I loved. And and then my grandfather's name is Barry, but with an A. So then she thought of Barry with an E.
She's really quick with it. I like it. Okay, so, and now let's talk about where some of your values came from that your parents instilled in you and your siblings, how you bring that into your game, your personal life. And when was the last time you guys were all together? Let's talk about that.
I feel like my parents growing up just always told us like to like work hard at whatever we're doing. You know, they want us to work hard in the classroom or in sports or just like being
across the
a
board.
good person. So I think they just taught us like, you know, show up every day and treat people how you'd want to be treated, kind of thing.
That's
like
a huge one.
Work hard for the things that you want to do. And they did a good job just like being a great example for us. But then like my siblings, I know, like taught me a lot in the same way. Like they were chasing their dreams in sports. So yeah, that was awesome. Wait, what was the other thing?
And then tell me about the last time you guys were all together.
yes.
When you guys, I'm sure it's hard to get all 9 of you guys together. So go ahead.
Yeah, it is tough sometimes. We usually get together, you know, every year for holidays. Like for Christmas, we're always all together. The last time we were was my sister, my younger sister just graduated high school. So we all were back for her graduation, her graduation party, which was so fun just to be around each other, play some games, and just celebrate her. So it was awesome.
And is that home in Pickerington, Ohio?
Yes. Yeah,
Gotcha.
in Ohio. Yeah.
And how far is that from Champaign-Urbana?
It's like a little less than 5 hours.
Okay, so do you usually drive that?
I do, yeah. It's not too bad.
Yeah,
and I can drive it by myself.
You put on a good playlist and you cruise and you're there.
That's good.
Okay, so how much of your family has been able to make it out to an Illinois game? I know that you have a lot of siblings, so it's probably a few here, a few there. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it depends on the time, but actually all of my siblings have made it to one of our games.
I'm
which
sure
is
they
awesome.
were quite the rowdy bunch.
Yeah. Yeah, but it depends like where we're playing at, but you know, my siblings love to come and support, and we're always supporting each other in whatever we're doing. So, you know, they're awesome. They've came and all cheered me on, which has just like been so sweet. And then even
really
just like my
special.
extended family too has like been coming to so many games. You know, whether here or if we're playing somewhere near where like one of my family members lives, like they'll come out and watch me. It's awesome.
That's really special. Yeah, that's really great. Okay, so we're going to talk about your origin story. How did you first get into basketball? What led you to the sport? Did it start at a super young age, or did you play multiple sports in high school or growing up?
I played multiple sports growing up. My parents kind of like started us all in sports at a young age. Like we all started with like soccer when we were probably like 4 or 5. Which was fun. And then I think just being around my siblings, we were always like playing sports together and like outside in the neighborhood, playing games with, you know, our neighborhood friends and playing basketball with them.
You guys are already a group, so to bring in like
just getting more people, you know, playing. We had a basketball hoop at my house growing up, so we were always out there playing. So I think I just started from them, and then I started playing in kindergarten.
Wow.
Started playing on a team
so
for basketball.
It's been a long journey.
Yeah.
What is summer training like in the off season for you? And like help us understand what this June, July season kind of looks like for you. Are you still pretty locked in, going to practices every day? Let's talk about the off season.
Yeah, we you know, we're practicing as a team in the summer for June and July. And then we'll go back home for a little bit in August for a little break before the preseason. But yeah, we practice, you know, every weekday, you know, and we're lifting every day too. So it's been really fun to just be with the team and get to know everybody more.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we have like less hours that we're going in the summer. So it's also cool to just to like have more time and freedom in the summer to hang out with my teammates, you know, do some bonding.
Yeah, it's a different vibe here in the summer. It's a little bit more chill, go to the pool, and it's just like completely different with all the students leaving. So I love summers here in Champaign-Urbana. And then what is something that most people don't understand about being a student athlete? Would you say?
I feel like people know that, like, we say that we're busy, but I feel like people don't understand like the extent that really is.
Yeah, no, they don't.
And just how much like other stuff we do, you know, with practices and workouts.
Yeah.
But then we also have like so many commitments and things that go along with.
It's extremely impressive how you guys somehow manage to juggle it all. Like it takes a certain special kind of person, and I give you guys so much credit when it comes to that.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about your journey to Illinois. How old or young were you? I guess you said that you were in kindergarten when you started playing basketball. So when you realized that was going to be that was your dream, and that's what you wanted to do.
I think when I was probably going into middle school, maybe like 6th grade, maybe 7th grade is when I realized that
you're like, this is for me.
Yeah, like I was like, I want to play in college. My older sister, she played at Penn State. So, I was going on visits. She was taking all these cool visits all around the country. And
you're like, that looks nice.
Yeah, I was like, this looks awesome. So I feel like at that point I was like, okay, I want to do this too. I want to follow in her footsteps and play in college. So I think since then I kind of knew.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. What was your journey like deciding that you were going to come to Illinois? What kind of brought you here? Tell me a little bit about your recruitment process and how you knew that Illinois was the perfect fit for you.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at a lot of different schools. I had narrowed it down to 3 schools and then took my official visits there. And I feel like at first I was unsure of what I wanted to do, but then, I was just very indecisive. So I was overwhelmed with the whole process.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Even though it was awesome process getting to go to different schools and see what everyone had to offer. But then one day me and my parents were after we took my visits, we sat down and then we were just wait, you should obviously go to Illinois.
Yeah, the answer is obvious.
Yeah, it was so cool. But I feel I think God just really made that clear to me and my family. We sat down and we were okay, wait, this is we gained so much clarity that this was the right decision. And I think just knowing the culture that the team and the coaches and the coaching staff had here, we knew that it would be the right fit for me. So
looking back at your commitment to Illinois, is there any advice that you would give your younger self to help kind of lead you to the decision or help kind of take the weight off of that decision for you? Yeah, tell me about some advice you would give your younger self.
I think I would just say just trusting the process and just being present. I mean, I think I did that to a certain extent, but I was also just very overwhelmed by all of it. So, I enjoyed it as much as I could, but I was also just very, very worried about making a decision. And I think I would just say trusting the process and knowing that everything's going to work out.
Yeah, everything's going to be just fine. Yeah. Here you are.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your journey to coming from high school to playing big minutes in the Power Four. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a big change, but I think my high school did a good job. I feel like we were pretty competitive and had a lot of good players, which I felt helped me a lot, coming to the Big Ten, just having that experience of playing with them. And then our coaches in high school were pretty big at always wanted us to prioritize defense, and Coach Green is all about that. So I think I was familiar with it, not obviously to the same extent as college, but I think our coaches here, Coach Green and all the assistant coaches did a great job just helping me my freshman year and pouring into me so much. And I think that made the transition a lot smoother.
Yeah, that's really nice to have that kind of guidance.
Yeah.
We're going to do Coach's Timeout. We're going to take a question from Shauna Green herself. She wants to know, what have you learned since you have been here at Illinois to make you a better player on and off the court, a better person?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Of course.
I would definitely say I've leaned into my leadership role a lot more since being here. I think even just since my freshman year, there was a lot of seniors my freshman year, some veterans. So I was just soaking up everything they were saying. Yeah. And I think just since then, I've just been able to grow and try to lead my teammates in the best way that I can. And I think that's helped me a lot on the court too, and taken a lot of pressure off of other things that I was worried about, focusing so much on my game. And I think now when I'm trying to pour out to my teammates and lead them and be an example for other people, that's helped me do better on the court anyways.
Yeah, and then what about as a person off the court?
Yeah, I think just being intentional with the time that I have with my teammates has been really important to me, and our coaches have helped us with that too, and they're very intentional with the time they spend with us, and they're always caring about us. They care more about us off the court than they do on the court, which is awesome. Yeah. And I want to be that same way towards everyone else around me, and especially to my teammates.
Okay, so let's talk about what was a moment last season that it clicked with the staff and your teammates that this was going to be a great season for you guys.
Ooh, I feel like there was a lot of like little moments. I think probably like starting off the Big Ten season, we had a good win in December against Indiana, which was awesome. Just coming out and, getting a good win and just being like, wow, like we
got this.
we can be really good this year. And then I think just beating Maryland too was awesome on our home floor. It was so much fun. And, just the joy that we all had. And even when we did win that, I think coming back the next day and seeing how much like everyone still wanted to like put in more work and get even better.
Yeah, it's like adrenaline. It pumps into everything that you guys do with every practice. You're like, okay, we got this.
Right.
We got this. Yeah.
It was awesome. So I think that was definitely a good point.
And then as a freshman, you overlapped with the senior class, you said, and that really helped kind of set the foundation for women's basketball. And what was it really like learning? I think you said the leadership was honestly probably the biggest part that you were able to kind of take away and implement into your years going forward.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, we had 5 seniors and they were all out there, leading in their own different ways, which I think encouraged me a lot because I feel like sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe I don't lead in the same way as everyone else. But after my freshman year, I was like, okay, you can be true to yourself and, show up for your teammates in whatever way that is comfortable to you. But I think they also like stretch me so much to get out of my own comfort zone in this, like at the same time, which is awesome. I think you need a balance of both. And I think I've just kind of carried that on the past 2 years, just like little things they taught me and then trying to relay that to my teammates, but then also like hold myself accountable too.
Yeah. Okay, so let's, a lot of former players under Coach Green and her staff are still around Illinois in the program. What do you think that says about being here at Illinois and what kind of program that they're building and the relationships within it?
I think it says so much. I think it attests to Coach Green's character, the coaching staff's character, and just the culture that we have here in general. And
yeah, it's infectious.
Yeah, and even just like, us all still being around this year and like wanting to come back and stay together, I think was like so special. And just knowing that like we all wanted to be here, it was our decision to stay here and we all chose to do that. So, it's awesome. And then even just having like the old players come back and just whenever they have time coming back and still pouring into us is like so special. And I think we're all just like ready to hear what they have to say. We love when they come back. So it's awesome.
What is it like having access to the oven facility 24/7? Tell us about how nice it is to be able to rely on those facilities. What's the earliest times you find yourself there, the latest times, and how does that kind of incorporate into your routine here at University of Illinois?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, just the facility that we have is amazing.
To the nines.
Yeah, and going even sometimes to other schools and seeing, wow, like we really
don't take this for granted.
Blessed. Yeah, like we have, just great access to things. And I think it's really cool just being able to come in at any time, shoot, and the NOAA system we have, tracks all of our shots and tells us, different things to help us get even better. So I think that's been really, really special for me, even especially like when I go home too on breaks, even that like difference. I'm like, wow, like I don't have all the things I usually have when I'm at school. And then I'm like even more excited to come back and just be able to get back in the gym and use our recovery stuff, our weight room, all the things that we have. It's awesome.
Tell me about what's the NOAA system?
So it's like a shooting, it's like a camera that tracks like all your shots on the rims that we have.
Oh, wow.
It's awesome. And then there's a TV screen that like puts up like how many shots you've made and missed, your percentage that you're shooting at, and then it tells you like how close you are to like a perfect shot.
Oh, wow. So it's like kind of like gamifying your practices a little bit.
It's awesome. Yeah. And so you can see like if you're missing more to the left or to the right, or if your shot is short or long. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it tracks every single shot you shoot, and it tracks it like right after you shoot it. So it'll move based on where you shot your last shot. And
so
then,
do you find yourself like shooting and then like doing like a few shots and then wanting to go back and like check and constantly like readjust, or do you do a whole kind of shooting session and then go back and kind of watch it and then save that kind of feedback for your next round?
Yeah, I usually...
Tell me about that process.
Yeah, I think I usually go and do a whole shooting thing, and then look back at it. But I'm constantly looking at it as I'm shooting, which is so nice because the TV like updates every shot you take. So if I shoot it and then I see, oh, short, then I'm like, okay, I need to like shoot it a little longer,
correct.
Or whatever that may be. So I think it's awesome.
Yeah, just having access to that technology is just such a game changer.
Yeah, for sure.
Who outside of Oban has made your biggest impact in your growth here at Illinois?
Ooh. I would probably say our chaplain, Sarah Hurst.
Okay.
I spend a lot of time with her. She's like disciples me, and she's on FCA staff as well. And FCA has been a big part of my life since I've been on campus. I've just been like on FCA leadership and just learned a lot through those experiences and meeting so many people there. I've, got a lot of friends through FCA, just meeting other athletes and, going through some of the same things as them. And then,
it's really
Sarah,
nice to find those people.
Just being older and just kind of like mentoring me. I feel like she's helped me grow so much. She's awesome.
And then what has helped you stay grounded in the midst of in the season? Like, would that be an example of how you kind of just find yourself to center a little bit more? Yeah,
definitely. I would say my faith is the biggest thing. I wouldn't be able to get through, all the tough things within the season and even out of season without the Lord. And I'm just so grateful that I've been, placed in such a great place and given so many great opportunities. But I would definitely say my faith has kept me grounded in the midst of the season.
Yeah, that's beautiful. We're going to talk about your Mount Rushmore of all-time forwards. Go ahead and let's. I know it's a little bit of a loaded question, but yeah, let's talk about it.
Oh, geez, I don't even know. Maybe like, I'll say LeBron.
Or just like your Mount Rushmore of just like past basketball players, just in general.
Ooh, okay.
Let's do that.
Okay. I'll say LeBron. I'll say Breonna Stewart.
Okay.
Asia Wilson, and Kobe. I think that'd be awesome.
Of course.
That would be really tough, all four of them.
Well, yeah. I mean, so like what's something that you kind of admire about their game that you try and implement into your own game?
I think just the way that they're all so versatile. Like they can do everything, and that's what makes them all so hard to guard. And they have great length, but then they're also like, able to step out and shoot it, drive, do all the things. Yeah, I think, and I try to like replicate that in my game so much. Like I want to, if one part of my game is lacking, I want to work so hard in that to like be able to do everything and just make it even harder for people to guard us. And I think that's definitely something I take from all of them.
Have you ever met or seen any of these players play in person? And then do you try to emulate your game after them?
Ooh, out of them, I've seen Breonna Stewart play one time. I went to a Sky game 2 years ago. Which was awesome to see her because she's someone that I've watched for a while and just kind of tried to replicate my game after her, especially Asia Wilson too. I feel like I'm always watching her. She's great like in the like mid post, kind of like high post area, which I feel like I've been growing a lot in my game the past 2 years I've been here. So Hey Illini fans, this is Barry Wallace of the women's basketball team. Our team enjoys spending time together, and nothing brings people together quite like pizza. Whether you're watching a game, celebrating a birthday, or just getting together with friends, Papa John's makes every get-together better. Order your favorites today and enjoy better ingredients. Better pizza, Papa John's.
Okay, now we're going to talk hypotheticals. If you could turn any Olympic sport in, like if you could turn anything into an Olympic sport, what would you do? And
anything
that you were like, yeah, I could get gold in this, like anything across the board, like kind of not sports related. What, like hobby-wise or something that you just like, you really dial in on? You're like, this is my jam outside of basketball.
Maybe, can I say sleeping?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, as a student athlete, I'm sure you guys are just on 110%. And then when you go to the apartments, you just like hit the pillow and you're out like a light.
Yeah, I'm probably like I can fall asleep the fastest out of anyone I've ever met.
I'm extremely envious of that because it's so hard to turn my brain off, but you guys like get it all out during the day and all out during practice to where I'm sure there's just nothing left at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'll have like a spare 10 minutes and I'll set an alarm, wake up,
messaging
and
the
be
group
fully
chat.
Asleep.
Gosh. Yeah, I really need to take that skill because it's just sometimes it's so hard. But when you are an athlete like you are, I would imagine that you just like are craving that moment and you're just like out. So, okay, absolutely. You can say say sleeping. If you could have any superpower, tell me what it would be.
Ooh. Probably like, I would say teleportation.
Yeah, no, teleportation would be amazing. After practice, you could teleport to the beach or
just go
wherever.
anywhere. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay, so also, if you could spend a day volunteering, tell us what you would want to do.
Ooh. I think I would do definitely something with kids. I love working with little kids. They're just so fun and so cute.
Yeah.
Maybe like playing sports with them or, kind of teaching them basketball or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of hidden lessons kind of inside of that that you can teach them without necessarily trying to teach them.
Yeah. Yeah. And they have so much joy too at such a young age, like playing sports.
Yeah, you're like, hold on to
doing
that.
things. Yeah, it's so cute. I love that.
What's one thing that you would like to achieve before you're done playing basketball? Something that's just in basketball in general or in your life. Something that you just have to either cross off the bucket list or in terms of personal career development.
Ooh. I would say something I want to achieve in basketball is definitely winning a championship. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be so much fun, especially with my teammates now. Like I love them all so much. We're all so close. So doing that with them would be
everything
amazing. And then I'm hoping to get my master's. So
amazing.
That's something else I want to achieve off the court.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's awesome.
To do that
Props to
soon.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about share the story behind why you wear the number 23, how you got drawn to that, how that kind of happened for you.
It's honestly not a very crazy.
Some people have crazy stories. Some people don't. They're like, it was available.
Yeah.
I chose it. So, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like as I got older, I just kind of started to realize that was like my favorite number. My birthday's also on the 23rd.
Well,
so
there you go.
That's also kind of, sorry.
Yeah, that's the same reason why mine's 22, my birthday's on the 22nd. So it's like, it just makes sense.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's something that you're really looking forward to in this upcoming season?
I think just playing great competition.
Yeah.
Especially going back and playing some of the teams that we maybe lost to last year. And even just like, UCLA won the championship last year. So getting to play them again, I think we fought hard against them. So, just being able to.
Getting that opportunity time and time again every season. It's got to be.
And just playing with my teammates again, us all like pretty much being back. And just being a year older, I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah. And then tell us about what does it mean to you to be a Fighting Illini?
I think it means so much. I've just had an awesome experience here, and I think everything is exactly the way that it was presented to me on my visit. And I think that's really hard to find nowadays. But the culture truly is like everything that the coaches said it was going to be.
Yeah.
And
unbeatable, really.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think just like the family culture that we have and how people truly care about you off the court, which is like what I was truly looking for. And just having people that I know like that will care about me for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's really amazing. That wraps up all the questions that I had for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today. This is the Illinois Script. I am your podcast host, Olivia Moffitt, and thanks so much for watching and listening.
Thank you.